As you can probably tell, I dropped the ball on Vlogmas hard, but that's okay. I have a full-time job, a coaching job. I went out of town for a weekend. I have 2 YouTube channels, and I have to sleep and work out sometimes, so deal with it. 2 YouTube channels? Yes, 2, that's right. The other channel that I co-run with Sprinkles, called Video Doom. Our first video is up, and I will link that below in the description box, so go check that out. I know probably 90% of you are here just to see Sprinkles, so, go check out our co-channel and watch us collect VHS tapes and things, and other obsolete media. Thanks for watching all my Vlogmas videos, though, because it gave me a chance to do something new, trying to release so many videos. I had to think of a lot of ideas. But hopefully we'll have weekly videos again, consistently. But on to our real topic today. I'm here to talk to you about New Year's resolutions. And I know most of you are sitting there groaning, but the reason I want to talk to you about these today is that goal setting is really important in getting you where you want to go, especially in your fitness journey, and also in your gaming journey or your game collecting journey, wherever you're at. The importance of goal setting. I'm going to talk about it in relation to fitness specifically. I think a lot of people, when they're starting out, will just kind of do random workouts but not have any specifics that they want to hit. They're just kind of ambling towards general fitness or getting a good body, as it were, and you kind of get discouraged after a little while or just feel like you're not really doing much. But if you have specific goals like, I want to do 10 push-ups, or I want to squat 200 pounds, or stuff like that, you have something concrete that you can break down and make steps towards. So it makes the time in the gym a little bit better, because you don't feel like you're just floating around in space doing random stuff. I know when I started forever, I was just doing the most random exercises, doing like one set of a lot of things, and not eating enough, just not knowing why I wasn't making any progress. It's because I didn't have any systematic approach, and I didn't have any goals other than to be really thin, which was not fun. Set goals, kids. They're gonna help you out. I think it's very important to have short-term and long-term goals fleshed out. This can be in the form of resolutions. This could just be like any time of the year when you feel like it, whatever works for you. But you want to have stuff that's very specific and a plan to be able to get that task done. Because if you just put on your resolutions, get a better body, well, that's very vague and nebulous. But if you put things like, I want to be able to do 10 push-ups, because you can't right now, that's a bit more specific, and it has a very clear and direct plan to get there. And definitely picking some really short-term goals, some kind of near-future goals, and then your long-term goals is very helpful as well, because it can help you break everything down into manageable chunks. If you just have long-term goals, you might kind of feel like you're just floating out in space because you're not actually checking anything off your list immediately or in a short frame of time. So it's good to have both. I have a long list of resolutions, but that's because I did like 80% of mine this year. There were only like 2 things that I didn't complete. So you need to set it to a level that you think you can actually do. If it seems like it might be a little too easy, that's okay. Put something easy on there, and once you check it off, you can make a new goal or resolution. You don't want to give yourself a 20-item list and then do nothing. Give yourself one goal. Just try it. Near the end of 2014, right before I turned 30, I made a goal, a New Year's resolution as it were. I just wanted to get really, really strong and really, really buff. And this has been one of the only things that I've been able to stick with I've been working out since I was in like 7th grade, but it's only been since that point in 2014 that I started really educating myself on working out and making it really a priority, that I've been able to progress a lot. And, you know, you need to pick goals that you are really committed to and stick to them and make them specific. It was a lot more specific than just get really buff and strong, but you know what I'm saying. So that was just a little dabbling in goal setting. Go ahead and tell me your resolutions and your goals below. What do you want to do this next year? 2016 has been pretty crappy. It might have been good for some of you, I don't know, but it was crappy for me. But I'm already trying to take steps to change all the things that were crappy this year. So this year, I did something a little bit different. I split my fitness goals off from my life goals, because I have so many kind of specific fitness goals that I want to achieve, and that would just kind of clutter up my whole resolution list. Every year I make a little collage with all my resolutions on it because I'm an art person and that's just how it works for me. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my goals. First one on my list is never forget art. I spent nearly a whole year this year not making any art, unless you count YouTube videos. I also did not go to a single show, and I never went dancing, and I feel very upset about losing touch with my creative side. So this year is going to be Artapalooza, Fartapalooza. Second one I got on there, semi-related, dance fever. I have that tattooed across my legs. I'm serious about it. I really like to dance. It's something that makes me feel fulfilled, so I gotta get my butt up and stop being a grandpa and go out and dance. Which might be easier because they have my favorite 80s night at a goth bar in Austin, so I will have to go there. My third thing is find a network. And the reason I want to do this is because this past year in Florida, I feel like I'm floating away on a lonely island and all of these weird interests that I like to pursue. I don't have any powerlifter friends in real life, especially not ones that are somewhat near my age and female. That would be really cool to have. When I was in Denver, I was taking adult gymnastic classes, and so that was kind of like having a little community with my workouts and stuff, and have people to talk to about them that like actually knew what I was saying, because most of my friends do not work out. And the same goes for all the other things I'm into, you know, VHS collecting, weird 90s music, glitter, dance fever, I don't know, all kinds of things. It's good to have support and community. Next one, harness the precious hours. What that means is I gotta take the time that my brain works the best and that I am the most productive and really take advantage of it. I've been actually falling asleep right after I get home from work in the afternoon recently, and then basically pulling all-nighters, and I have been able to get so much more done that way. I don't like other humans or sunlight. I'm a vampire. But I get a lot done. I get a lot of editing done, get meal prep done, all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna have to just keep hanging on to time like that. Read 20 books. My goal this past year was 15, and I surpassed it by a few. I don't really remember exactly. It's probably 18. I always want to read more, and while 20 books may not sound like a lot to many bookworms, with all of the interests that I pursue, I think that that's a pretty reasonable goal. Keep yourself smart. Keep yourself educated. Read a book. Listen to LeVar Burton. These next two go hand in hand. I want to take a self-defense class and a gun safety course because I want to be able to protect myself, and I also want to be educated about guns, something that I know very little about, but it is very pervasive in our society. And above all, I want to be educated on stuff, even if I may or may not agree with it. So, stay woke, friends. Make education plans. As some of you may or may not know, I am planning on going back to school for a physical therapy assistant program. It's a 2-year program. But I'm thinking about doing it when I get to Austin. I just have to get residency first and see how the whole thing would work out. So when I get there, I need to talk to an advisor and figure out the program, figure out what I need to do to get into it. So that's something I want to take care of next year until I get residency. Put your money where your mouth is. This has a lot of different facets. It's mostly that I want to spend my money and my time this year supporting companies and programs that, you know, are really in line with my ideas and that I feel really strongly about. Especially after this past election season and in this political climate, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I know I have privilege because I've been able to be complacent for this long, but I don't want to do that anymore because I want to actually put in work and make the changes that I want to see. So I either want to donate time or money to things like Planned Parenthood and other stuff like that, and you know, buy clothing from girls who powerlift because they showcase women of all body sizes and they try to get women into lifting heavy, which I'm very in favor of. I want women to be strong and take up space as well. So those are just a couple of examples. And now for my fitness goals. This list is not complete and it will probably change and evolve over the coming year. I do like to reassess my New Year's resolutions and my goals about every season. Quarterly resolutions, I guess you could say. So as far as the powerlifting stuff goes, I want to be able to squat 250. The most that I have ever squatted in my life is 210 for one rep, one time in the gym. I hit 205 at my last meet. But I think 250 is attainable, especially if I pursue coaching of some sort in the near future. I want to be able to bench 135 because it will just be very satisfying to have a big girl plate on the bar instead of just having those little baby plates and feeling very inferior. And everyone measures your strength by how much you bench, so I guess I gotta get my bench to go up. Deadlift, 275. Current max 225. I've hit that for a double recently and I haven't tested anything over that, so we'll see how it goes. I think I can do it. Got it in the bag. I'll be able to overhead press 95, and that's strict press. Right now, I've never tested my 1 rep max on overhead press, but overhead strength is something that I would like to improve, and I have been working on it this year, and I want to continue to improve it in the coming year, 2017. Woo. I want to get a 10-second freestanding handstand. I've kind of dropped the ball on my gymnastic training as well because I don't have Awakened Gymnastics anymore, and training by myself and gymnastic stuff is just really not fulfilling. I've been taking a tumbling class this year, and so I've been able to work on that a little bit and hang out with people in my tumbling class, but as far as the conditioning and strength stuff goes gymnastically, I'm like, meh. Been working on core. That's pretty much it. Lost all my ring strength. So sad. And the last thing that I have on my list is to be able to do a kickflip, which also requires being able to do an ollie, which I currently do not know how to do. So I gotta get skating again in 2017. Something I'm trying to learn as an adult in my 30s. It's not going terribly, but also my knees hurt sometimes. And then a couple of things that I just want to try that I didn't write down on my list, but they're just floating around in my head. I want to try CrossFit this year, maybe. That would be cool. There's a gymnastics place that I looked up in Austin that has stuntman classes. I want to try stuntman classes. That sounds cool too. I'd like to try to play a first-person shooter because I'm horrible at them. You saw in my collection video, I already talked about it. So that's all of my resolutions that I have written down. Tell me some of yours below. Thanks for watching, y'all. I will hopefully have some videos for people looking to get into working out. I want to have resources for you guys, especially if you don't have access to a gym. So look for those in the coming weeks. And I will see you guys in 2017. Remember to go check out Video Doom, link below. Happy New Year, 2017. Woo!